Yo, what's good everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now, today's video, we're playing SkyFactory. It took a turn on me. See, I have been recording for 2 hours. We did a lot, but it turned out that I don't even know how. It makes no sense. Like, I was playing how I usually would do it. I was recording the usually way, but the resolution of it, which basically means like the way it looked, changed in the recording. So I basically lost 2 hours of recording. So what I'm gonna do this episode is going to be completely different than I would usually do, because usually I'll just show you around how I build my things, how we get to this stuff. But now I'm just gonna show you guys how I've built them and show you guys kind of the progress that we've done. This is the base. As it is kind of obvious, we have done some stuff. I mean, we got a whole thing up there, we got a whole platform built, 2 new things, and we also see some new stuff right there, like trees growing on what, chest? We got purple chest. What does that mean? So let me grab my stuff, because wow, it's just very unfortunate. As you can see, we have a lot of new items too, some new saplings that we all got. So but first, while we're gonna do this, as you can see, we're using cobblestone right now. We made a cobblestone crook. Now, how do you make a cobblestone crook? You basically use cobblestone, make them into rods, and now in the same recipe as the regular crook, now you have the cobblestone crook. So stone crook, we throw that away because we don't need it. We also have something called a paxel, which is different too. Now I'm gonna show you guys easily just how you make that. So let's say we make pickaxe and a shovel. Now make an axe. What we're able to do is we place on a pickaxe right there, a shovel right there, use some sticks, and an axe on this way. We now make a paxel. What this is basically a pickaxe, an axe, and a shovel in one. First, let's start on with the saplings, because we have a ton of new saplings. As it is obvious to see right now, we managed to get oak saplings, coal saplings, birch saplings, acacia saplings, apple saplings, spruce saplings, jungle saplings, dark oak wood saplings, and we got iron saplings, meaning that now we can actually get iron from trees. But not just that. So how do you get these saplings? It was very simple. What we have to do is we have to fill this up with water, and then once you fill it up with water, we were able to place down like, for example, sand, I'm pretty sure, inside of the water cauldron, and then we got, you know, birch saplings. It was that simple. We could do that with almost every one of those. And the coal saplings, we basically put a birch sapling into a furnace. That's how you get a coal sapling. And we also got apple saplings, which you can easily do by making apple seeds. Now, how do you make apple seeds? You need an apple, and then if you put an apple into a crushing tub like so, jump on it. Oh, we just made 2 of them anyway, and then put them on dirt with water, you know, the usual way. You get apple seeds, and then we grew those, got the apple seeds because we needed the apple seeds, because if we go in here and look up iron sapling, so what we needed it for is because if we grab, let's say we do grab an apple sapling, right? So if we grab an apple sapling, put that in water, so now we need a bucket, put that in water, and then put an apple sapling here. We get an acacia sapling, which we needed to pour over iron on a casting table. So if we place down this base, I'll teach you guys all that what it is in just a little bit. If we place it down on here, and if we manage to get some iron in later, let's say we get 1 iron, place down here, smelt it on top of acacia sapling, we will get a iron sapling. Now, how do we build all of this? We first need a grout. How do we get grout? Very simple. So for grout, we need gravel, sand, and clay. Now, last episode we managed to get all those trees, and we just started farming those until we had all the resources we needed to make grout. So we made a ton of grout and built down this whole meltery. So what we needed for that was sheared bricks. So once you smelt the grout, we actually got sheared bricks. Now, if we put those in a in a crafting recipe like this, we would get these bricks right here, right? We managed to place down enough bricks so we were able to build this whole building right here. Then we also build a sheared tank, we build a drain, a window to look through, and we build a smeltery control. These things are very simple to make, as you can see right here. I mean, the window, we just needed glass, so just sand in a furnace and some sheared bricks. We needed a drain, which is just different recipe, very simple. We also managed to make a casting iron and stuff, and like these we also made a casting table, which is also just very simple, just like that. And the other way around, we got our basin. So we managed to get that, and we managed to get iron. Now, how we got iron was by making iron amber. Now, how we make iron amber, all we needed for that was coal, sand, gravel, and clay. Now, that's why we got the coal sapling to make to get the basin and to make basically what we need. And what we needed was right here, so that we could place down one of those ambers in here to get an ingot, let it drain over the acacia to eventually ourselves an iron sap. Now, once this is done loading, as you can see the progress on top of there, it'll go in here. We got an iron sapling, and then we start to grow these and just go, you know, and farm them, and got a lot of iron. Why we need iron? Because we wanted to make this right here. That's a chest builder. Now, what is a chest builder? You make that very simply, which is iron, levers, and chest. In the chest builder, we were able to make special chests. What kind of special chests? I'll show you that in just a little bit. But before I do that, I want to ask you all to leave a like on this video if you're still enjoying SkyFactory. I'm sorry I had to go this way, but next episode, we're going to be working on a very, very big project. So that's going to be awesome. We also changed our skin, by the way, since, you know, it has its things. It looks kind of like me. You know, it has its skin color, the hair. I like wearing hoodies, so it is cool. Talking about the hair, dressed to elephant in the room. I obviously got a haircut, so the whole afro is gone. We are just very clean, very simple. I am a very, very big fan of it. So we made these special chests, right? Now, what do you do with these special chests? They're kind of massive, but before I'm going to show you guys what's in the special chest, I want to go over to the cobblestone. Last episode, I asked you all how much cobblestone is going to be in these chests. Turned out there was only one person who actually heard that question and answered on it, and that was Hiroshawani. So huge shout out to him for he guessed 3,510. I've been already been AFK on this, but before we got on this, we already had chests for days. We have so much cobblestone, we're almost about to fill this. This whole cobblestone contraption I'm making. So basically what's going on is cobblestone is going first in this chest. Once it went in that chest, it goes in these two chests. Once it went in those two chests, it will go into this chest, and once it went in this chest, it will go in this chest, and once it went in that chest, it will fill in this chest, and that's just the end of it. Then we already have enough cobblestone. Now these chests right here, they're special chests, and I want to show you that, right? But before we can do it, I'm gonna show you guys what this is. So these are bonsai. How do you craft bonsai? We need bricks for that. So how do you get bricks? Smelt clay, you get bricks. So now we got bonsai, but these are not just some ordinary bonsai, you know, pots, whatever. These are hopping bonsai pots, which means that we have a hopper under it, allowing everything that grows on it to go right into the chest, or hoppers in that case. So here I'm actually farming these apple saplings. Why? Because for some reason, I don't know why, it makes no sense, but these apple saplings, if you just break them down, you don't really get that much apples, but if you put them in a bonsai, you actually get more apples. So since we're struggling on getting food, and I think it has done it again, so for some reason every time I start up this game, it puts it on peaceful. So I put it back on hard because that will, you know, our food just goes down quickly, especially when we go mine and do all these stuff. So I need to get food, so I decided to put apple inside of these. It's been getting us a ton of apples, so we got food for days. Basically we're set on that. But as you can see, it's putting in everything that we're farming right inside of the chest, so we don't have to right click and, you know, harvest it ourselves or even use these dirt blocks anymore. Now these chests, you've seen what a regular chest looks like. I mean, that's not really a regular chest. Let's pick one up. Let's see what a regular chest looks like. So this is kind of what a regular chest looks like, right? So we place it back down, and now open up one of these. We can see we got 1,000 rows. I mean, not 1,000. We got 12 rows, I'm pretty sure, and like 24 rows and like 12. Yeah, it is a lot. Now, what is this? This is the iron. This has been automatic for a long time. Why? Because we want a lot of these acorns and resins. If you guys all remember in the last episode from the recipes we've been using. So basically, I'm just gonna do this for now. So place down this and place down that, and then place down this, and now if we do this right, we can now make something called iron amber. Iron amber is basically iron. It's like iron ore, if you would call it that way. So what we can do with this, we're gonna just place this back in there. These we've been smelting in our smeltery to get ourselves blocks, and that's why we had this basin down here. So if we place down the basin instead of the table, this will basically allow us to pour down the iron to craft blocks. That'll go automatically to the hopper in here to get us iron. So we got a ton of that, and we are still getting a lot more. That's basically all we've done. So we've done a lot. We've gotten a lot of more saplings. We placed on some more storage because we needed that, and eventually I'll be probably changing that in more of those, but they're expensive to make because we need a ton of iron for that and a ton of wood. But we got wood for days. I mean, this is getting us a lot of wood. We already got 40 wood from that. We already got how many stacks? We got almost three stacks up here. We need a lot of clay too because we want to make more of these bonsai pots. Why do we want more bonsai pots, you ask? Because I'm going to be making a huge farm of those that way. That's basically all we've done. So we messed up on the recording, but it all paid off eventually because now we still have the video. As you can see, it's also raining in here, which is really nice, and we're in a forest hill biome. Now I want to do one thing before you're gonna enter this, one new thing actually. So something I didn't show you is how we got all this dirt. So basically, if you fill up a cauldron with water, and this is already actually filled with water, and we get leaves, which we got leaves before by making a wooden shear, which is very simple to make. You basically go into your crafting table, get yourself some sticks, place them like this, and then allow wood to be in the middle, and then you have a wooden shear. We put down leaves in a water cauldron that's under a torch. This will give us nothing because we first need to place down a dirt block inside of it to make mud. So now if you do it, it will give us grass blocks. This is basically something I continued on doing. All right, so now we got 40 dirt blocks, right? Grass blocks. So what we're gonna do is let's all break this. So now we've broken those, we got more dirt, so we can now continue on just doing this and basically getting infinite dirt. So no longer we need to make like the whole trees and, you know, do it that way. We can just easily get more dirt and more grass from this, because why I want grass is for one specific reason. Now I also want to get bone meal. Now, how am I gonna get bone meal? There are many ways of getting bone meal. Oh, we can actually put gravel inside of water. Okay, let's go do that. Let's put gravel inside of water. Going to make ourselves some gravel, and I'm gonna use water, place it in here, and now place it in the gravel. This should give us bone meal. Now we don't need too much, but what we can do with this bone meal now is if we look up bone and look at the bone sapling, if we get a petrified sapling, which we have a lot of right here, and go into a crafting recipe right here, and then, you know, to get rid of this, surround it with bones, we now have break a leg. Awesome. So we have a bone meal sapling. So we're going to be growing this, and I'm just going to be farming this a little bit. All right. So we have quite a bit right now. So let's see. If we make more of these bone blocks like this, we should now have a ton of bone meal. Now, we also got a lot of grass. You guys will remember making that, and we probably going to need more. But for now, we're just going to use this. If I vein mine this, we'll break down my whole base. Okay, it did it. Wow, that was very risky. That would have been bad if it broke down a whole base. Okay, so we got that. Now we're just gonna break all of these. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place down a ton of grass, and as I said, we might need to get some more. Yeah, definitely gonna need some more. All right, so we got 19. Will that be enough? Now the grass should be spreading, so I don't know why it's not spreading yet. Oh wow, we need one more. I mean, we can just use dirt. I mean, the grass will spread anyway. Now we have this. We need to make sure we have light, so let's go and place down some light. I made some torches earlier, so if we just place them down like this should give us, nothing should be able to spawn on this. Okay, awesome. So now we have all this bone meal, and something I want some flowers, and I'm specifically looking for yellow flowers, but red flowers are also something we need. So if we bone meal this, nice, we actually got the perfect flower right away. Now you might be wondering, why do you need flowers? Oh, and we also got shredded wheat. What's that mean? Oh, we got seeds, so we can make some bread soon. Awesome. All right, so now we got that. Our next goal is going to be something really cool. What we're going to do is I'm going to grab our dark oak, and I don't know if this will work, but in theory, right? No, we do need 4 of them. Okay, so we're gonna do this differently. I'm just going to get rid of one of these by right-clicking on it with a paxel, and I will be growing our dark oak because we need some more of those saplings. Coal and water. Oh, we can easily do that. Okay, yeah, we don't need to. Let's just get 4 of them. Why not? So now if you place down 4 and, you know, do like this and bone meal, we should have a massive tree. Break all of this, break this, we should now have way more saplings and a ton of wood. Like, dark oak is so much wood. That's why I love it so much. So we can actually break this right now. We don't need this. Let's continue on grabbing more apples because we need food, right? So now we have the sapling. What I want to do is, so if we pick up clay right here and the places that aren't there, now we have a lapis sapling. Blue man group. So if we place down this right here, and obviously we're just going to speed it up because we have a ton of bone meal, grab everything we need from this. So instead of using lapis amber, which is going to give us some lapis if we use it in there, but can we make blocks out? How much would this give us? Oh, we cannot even. Oh, I think we just made. Yeah, we did mess up. Yeah, definitely. So we have a beautiful block right here that we will maybe use one day. We could do some cool stuff with this. Right. I don't know. Definitely. Let's see, where do I want to place this? Since I'll place it right there. Awesome. If we go into crafting recipe and use our lapis and use it in a crafting recipe like this, we'll get a lapis block. With the lapis block, we can get lapis lazuli. Now, what do we need lapis lazuli for? If we go into this, so what I want to make now is, so now if you go into our iron chest right here and grab some of that resin and go into a crafting recipe right here, and now if we use this crafting recipe right here, we now can have lad ember. How much do we need? Probably just 1. So yeah, let's just use 1 only. Let's grab everything back. Now if we go into our smeltery, and I'm pretty sure we can smelt this, right? Yeah, okay, we can smelt this. If we now grab the sapling, the dark oak sapling, and place it down in here. Now if we go in here and click on the molten lead and put it down below, we should be able to craft ourselves a lead sapling. Now here we have the lead sapling. We got lead sapling, and we got let it go, which is awesome because I love Frozen, and I'm thinking of actually watching Frozen in our Discord server. Every Saturday we watch movies, so if you want to be part of that, make sure to join the Discord server down below. Let it sapling. What are we going to do with that? We're going to grab some bone meal because we have a ton of it. So now we have resin. What are we going to use this resin for? If we look into the gold recipe right here, we're missing one thing, and that's our yellow dye. That's why I wanted the yellow dye. So now we can make gold amber. Am I gonna make a ton of it? No. Let's just make 1. Now if we put down this gold amber in here, and if we grab the oak sapling and place it in the casting table, and now wait until the gold is done, we now have molten gold. If we pour it over this sapling right here, turn this off. See, the reason why I have a lever right here is that's how I automate getting all the blocks, like all these 8 blocks. We now have a gold sapling. Money grows on trees. I guess it does on this game. So if we place this down and bone meal it, now break it, now break this, we are now able to craft gold. What we're going to do is we're just going to continue doing this. We should have enough recipe things now to craft our gold amber. Now let's craft some more gold amber. Okay, so before we're going to do that, what we're going to need is some jungle. We need to grow some jungles. Oh, I can't reach it. Nice. We can just place them down like this now. This should grow us a massive tree. Grab ourselves some sticks and put them down. Here we have a wooden shear. Now what we're going to use the shears for, we want oh, we broke it in one go. So we want a lot of these vines. Okay, so what we can do with this right now, if we go to our crafting table and put a jungle sapling down and vines and some bones around it, we now have cotton sapling. What do we need cotton saplings for? The thing is, whenever you farm these, you're actually able to get string, and we're going to need some string. With these 4, we can now craft ourselves wool. Now with this poppy, we get some red dye. Now if we grab our wool and the red dye and place it down in here, now place down the red wool, 2 planks and our logs like this, and remove these, and remove that, now we can have a market. This little piggy, I don't know what that means, but this is gonna give us something awesome. Now I don't really have space for it now. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to place this down right here. So keep in mind, this is gonna be a little different than usually, but if I place it down, we now have Snooky working at our market. In this market, we can basically buy a ton of seeds, like chicken seed, like what even are those? Ocelot seeds. But we can also buy stuff like olive saplings, iron wood saplings, all these dyes that we always wanted. All we need is like emeralds. We need emeralds? That's kind of expensive, but we could buy beef, chicken, eggs, a ton of stuff that we'll be using next episode. But okay, so this episode I showed you guys all what we've managed to do, and we also got ourselves a market. We managed to get ourselves some gold, cotton, we got pretty sure lead even, we got a ton of new stuff. We got ourselves a nice little platform right here, and we're basically working on getting ourselves the biggest sky factory there possibly can be. We've done all of that. We got ourselves a ton of apples which we can use to continuously eat, and apart from that, we still got a lot to get out of this, like a lot of iron, a lot of clay. And the reason why we need clay and iron, I don't think I've addressed this, is because with the clay, if you get bricks and use them like this, if you get bricks, you can actually craft these bonsai. With the iron, we need hoppers so we can make these bonsai hopping things. Now we get a ton of wood out of this, so wood is not an issue anymore. And well, we almost fell off. With that, we'll be able to make a ton of these bonsai like machineries things on that side on a huge platform. It's gonna look beautiful. And with that, I'll be able to basically get every sapling, because we got a ton of saplings this episode. Like look, let's look into how many we got. So we got a ton of different saplings. I'll be just putting down there, and next episode we're going to be making some more saplings as well to completely max out our sky factory when it comes to material. So I hope you guys all enjoy this. We're going to look into this whole market thing right here too. I mean, we can get a ton of stuff, especially these seeds are going to be great. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, and peace.